Hello, lone wolves. In the intricate and ever-evolving landscape of modern masculinity, the Sigma male stands out as one of the most intriguing yet often misunderstood archetypes. He doesn't fall neatly into the category society typically uses. He's neither the overtly dominant alpha nor the socially compliant beta. Instead, the Sigma male exists outside the traditional hierarchy altogether, guided by an internal compass rather than external validation. His demeanor is characterized by quiet confidence, an aura of mystery, and an unshakable independence that naturally sets him apart from the crowd. This enigmatic quality is what makes the Sigma male both captivating and confounding. People who encounter him are often drawn in, curious about what drives him, what values shape his decisions, and how he moves through life with such effortless assurance. Unlike many who crave approval, recognition, or social belonging, the Sigma male is fueled by introspection and guided by a form of subtle dominance that doesn't require attention to validate its presence. His personal philosophy isn't something you'll find in best-selling self-help books or standard leadership seminars. It's forged through raw experience, deep reflection, and a conscious decision to reject society's prescriptive roles. At the core of this unique identity lies a code, an internal set of rules that influence how the Sigma male thinks, chooses, and acts. These principles are what allow him to move with clarity where others hesitate, to stay grounded when others falter. His success isn't measured in likes, luxury, or loud accolades, but rather his ability to stay self-sufficient, resilient, and committed to a vision that is entirely his own. To the outside world, this way of living can be perplexing. How does someone achieve so much while seemingly avoiding the struggle or spotlight? What are the hidden mechanics behind this calm intensity? In this in-depth exploration, we'll uncover the 8 core principles that define the Sigma male's lifestyle. Rules that help him not only survive but thrive, completely on his own terms. Whether you're trying to better understand this rare archetype or hoping to integrate some of his traits into your own path, these insights will peel back the layers of the Sigma mindset and challenge the way you define strength, purpose, and independence. Principle number 1, the unshakable philosophy of self-reliance. For a Sigma male, self-reliance is not simply a trait. It is a deeply held belief that forms the foundation of his life. He operates with the unshakable mindset that in moments of crisis or triumph, the only person he can truly depend on is himself. This isn't about ego, it's about preparedness. This belief system permeates every decision he makes, from handling routine tasks to managing life-altering challenges. Consider a situation where his car breaks down in the middle of nowhere. While most might instinctively call for help, the Sigma male views this moment as an opportunity to sharpen his competence. Instead of relying on others, he opens his phone, searches for tutorials, and methodically works through the issue until the engine roars back to life. For him, it's not just about fixing the car. It's a reinforcement of his belief that he is capable of facing whatever life throws his way. But self-reliance isn't limited to practical skills. The Sigma male actively cultivates a powerful mental toolkit to support his autonomy. Financially, he ensures stability by mastering investments, budgeting, and understanding economic principles. Legally, he stays informed enough to avoid being misled or exploited. Emotionally, he develops resilience, allowing him to maintain calm and clarity under pressure, making choices that reflect logic over emotion. This drive for self-reliance isn't rooted in isolation or arrogance, but in the understanding that systems fail, people falter, and life is inherently unpredictable. The Sigma male's goal is not to reject help, but to ensure he never needs to depend on it. He'll accept assistance when offered in good faith and when it aligns with his goals, but he never plans around it. His independence isn't an ego statement. It's a shield against chaos. There's a key difference between saying, "I don't need anyone," and saying, "I choose to be capable so I'm not left vulnerable." That distinction is what gives a Sigma male a calm, grounded presence. He doesn't need to boast. His confidence is internal, built through tested competence and discipline. No matter how unpredictable the world becomes, he knows he has the strength and knowledge to face it alone. Principle number 2, the mastery of adaptation. If there's one constant in life, it's change. Markets shift, relationships evolve, and unexpected challenges appear without warning. Where many resist or fear change, the Sigma male leans into it. His adaptability isn't passive. It's an intentional skill, refined through constant awareness, emotional control, and a strategist mindset. Whether walking into a corporate office or navigating an unfamiliar social environment, the Sigma male doesn't rely on routines or familiar faces. Within moments, he begins assessing the landscape. He quickly identifies unspoken power dynamics, understands which behaviors are expected, and adjusts his communication to suit the environment, not to conform, but to maneuver skillfully. This high level of situational awareness gives him a powerful edge. He doesn't shapeshift or lose his core identity. Instead, he reveals only the parts of himself that serve the moment. His adaptability is tactical, not desperate. He shifts gears with intention, not to seek approval, but to gain traction. In high-pressure situations, such as losing a job, leaving a toxic relationship, or facing a major life disruption, the Sigma male doesn't spiral. He pivots. He assesses what's changed, finds a most strategic response, and adapts with quiet precision. While others may fall into panic or denial, he's already preparing the next move. This mindset isn't accidental, it's trained. The Sigma male actively works on emotional agility, learning to manage his reactions and remain grounded even when things go sideways. He studies environments the way a chess player studies a board, constantly analyzing, adjusting, and predicting. And he exercises self-control, making choices not from impulse, but from alignment with long-term vision. For him, change is not a threat, it's a testing ground. It's where others break and where he sharpens. Disruption is his proving ground. He doesn't simply survive chaos, he evolves through it. Principle number 3, the strategic power of a low profile. In a time when self-promotion reigns supreme and visibility is often mistaken for value, the Sigma male chooses a vastly different path, one that embraces the strategic strength of staying low-key. While society encourages broadcasting every opinion, every achievement, and every intimate detail, the Sigma male recognizes a deeper truth. Power isn't always in being seen, it's in being unknowable. To him, visibility without purpose is vulnerability. He knows that the more people know about you, the more leverage they potentially hold over you. The Sigma male doesn't engage in attention-seeking theatrics or social climbing maneuvers. He deliberately avoids the spotlight unless stepping into it serves a specific purpose. He understands that in a world obsessed with constant exposure, there is unmatched strength in selective invisibility, the ability to remain under the radar while quietly moving with intention and precision. This discretion is a calculated choice, not a lack of confidence. In every environment, professional or social, he practices the art of controlled disclosure. Colleagues may acknowledge his competence, but they're left guessing about his ultimate ambitions. Friends and acquaintances sense depth in his character, but they never fully see the scope of his strategy or vision. This is not deception, it's intelligent self-preservation. The Sigma male doesn't waste energy defending his motives or explaining his plans to those who haven't earned that level of access. Silence to him is not emptiness, it's a superpower. In the workplace, it protects him from gossip, office politics, and manipulation. He simply doesn't give others enough ammunition to use against him. In personal life, his reserved nature prevents premature intimacy. He reveals himself slowly, allowing trust to build through consistent action rather than emotional overexposure. This creates genuine connections instead of reactive entanglements. Even more powerful is the air of mystery this approach generates. People instinctively fill in the blanks when they don't have the full story, often projecting strength, intelligence, or complexity onto him. This ambiguity works in his favor. While an alpha male may dominate with physical presence and volume, the Sigma male exerts a quieter form of influence. His unpredictability keeps people intrigued and unsure. His selective engagement ensures that others never quite know where they stand with him, giving him a subtle psychological edge. It's important to understand that this approach isn't antisocial or paranoid. It's strategic. The Sigma male doesn't hide out of fear. He curates his presence. By controlling when and how he appears, he conserves his energy, avoids unnecessary conflict, and maintains complete autonomy over his narrative. His life isn't hidden. It's simply protected, allowing him to move freely, untouched by others' expectations, projections, or drama. Principle number 4, the art of strategic surrender. Mainstream culture has built a near-religious devotion to perseverance. Never give up, they say. Grind until you make it. From motivational speakers to social media influencers, the message is clear. Quitting is failure, but the Sigma male sees through this romanticized lens of blind persistence. He understands a truth that most ignore. Real strength isn't found in endless struggle. It's found in knowing when to walk away. For the Sigma male, surrender is not weakness, it's strategy. He lives by the principle that loyalty to a sinking ship isn't noble, it's foolish. Whether the business that's no longer viable, a toxic relationship draining his energy, or a pointless debate that leads nowhere, he steps back with clarity and conviction. He measures time, energy, and emotion like a strategist, always asking, is this still worth investment? If the answer is no, he walks, calmly, confidently, and without looking back. Take, for example, a startup he's invested months of effort into. At some point, the signs are clear. The market has shifted, the demand is dried up, and the metrics aren't moving. Where others might double down out of pride or fear of judgment, the Sigma male sets a hard deadline. He gives the venture one last strategic push. If results don't meet the standard he set, he shuts it down. No drama, no ego. He frees up his mental and emotional bandwidth and redirects it towards something with real potential. This approach is made possible by two core Sigma traits: ego detachment and probabilistic thinking. He does not confuse quitting with failure, because his self-worth isn't tied to a single outcome. He understands the value of calculated losses. Just like a skilled poker player who folds a weak hand to preserve chips for a stronger play, the Sigma male prioritizes long-term advantage over short-term pride. While many people burn out clinging to dead-end paths, the Sigma male remains agile and energized. His refusal to fight unwinnable battles allows him to learn faster, pivot smarter, and focus only on what truly matters. This isn't cowardice, it's discipline. He fights when it counts, and only when the odds justify the effort. In mastering the art of strategic surrender, the Sigma male ensures that he's never stuck in a life driven by sunk costs or outdated goals. His greatest power isn't in how hard he fights, but in his ability to walk away without fear, knowing he's preserving his energy for battles that are actually worth winning. Principle number 5, the liberation of self-validation. In today's hyper-connected world, where social media metrics often masquerade as measures of self-worth, the Sigma male stands apart as a beacon of internal strength. While many seek approval through likes, comments, retweets, or public accolades, the Sigma male derives his confidence from a source far more enduring: his own internal scorecard. His sense of achievement isn't swayed by applause, promotions, or public recognition. Instead, it is rooted in something quieter, deeper, and far more personal: his own standards. The milestones he truly values are ones only he can see: a skill mastered through relentless practice, a principle upheld in the face of pressure, a goal achieved that no one even knew he set. This mindset creates a sharp contrast between him and the average person navigating today's dopamine-fueled digital age, where most might post gym selfies for social reinforcement. The Sigma male trains purely for the joy of pushing beyond his limits. While others flash material success to signal their worth, he gauges wealth by the degree of financial independence it affords, not the image it projects. And while the masses chase visibility in order to feel seen, he moves in quiet confidence, favoring substance over spectacle. This detachment from external validation is not just philosophical, it has tangible psychological benefits. It makes him nearly immune to manipulation through flattery, guilt, or peer pressure. He's not seduced by applause or discouraged by criticism that doesn't align with his values. Instead, he saves his emotional and mental energy for pursuits that truly matter to him. He isn't shaken when others misunderstand or underestimate him, because he's not performing for their approval in the first place. His life operates like a closed-loop system of self-assessment and self-reward, an ecosystem of inner drive that cannot be disrupted from the outside. Importantly, this isn't about arrogance or apathy. The Sigma male is not indifferent to feedback. He's selectively engaged. He listens, but filters every opinion through the lens of his own value system. If the input contributes to his growth, he absorbs it. If not, he discards it without a second thought. This emotional filtration allows him to remain focused, unaffected by noise, and unburdened by the constant need to be liked. In a society addicted to attention, the Sigma male's ability to validate himself in solitude is nothing short of revolutionary. He doesn't just survive in silence, he thrives in it, proving that the strongest validation doesn't come from the outside world, but from a quiet conviction of a man who knows who he is, what he's building, and why he doesn't need anyone else's permission to do it. Principle number 6, the integrity of silent service. In a world where good deeds are often flaunted for public praise, think charity galas carefully curated for Instagram or virtue signaling campaigns designed more for optics than impact, the Sigma male walks an entirely different path. His acts of service are rooted in a private, unwavering moral code. He helps not to be seen, but because it is the right thing to do. His kindness is not a currency nor a branding strategy. It is an expression of character forged in the shadows. The Sigma male's contribution to others happens quietly, away from the cameras and applause. In the workplace, he might correct a teammate's mistake without ever mentioning it. As a mentor, he offers guidance and perspective, expecting nothing in return, not even acknowledgement. In moments of crisis, he may provide shelter or support to a friend in need, and yet never tell a soul. These actions, though invisible to the world, are deeply intentional. To the Sigma male, true authenticity means never weaponizing kindness as a form of social leverage. Yet this discreet generosity comes with powerful advantages. Over time, those who witness his quiet consistency begin to see him as dependable, trustworthy, and grounded, not because he asks for admiration, but because his actions speak louder than self-promotion ever could. Unlike the nice guy who helps for approval, the Sigma male's aid carries no hidden contracts or emotional debts. He avoids exhaustion of maintaining a savior image, and by declining the theater of public virtue, he preserves energy and focus for what truly matters. This approach also grants him influence through action. His loyalty, humility, and competence create authentic connections and build circles of deep trust, invisible to opportunists who operate only at the surface. The Sigma male's strength is felt, not flaunted, rippling outward in ways that can't be tracked or tweeted. His goodness doesn't need a spotlight because its impact is lasting, sincere, and immune to trends. Principle number 7, relentless pursuit of mastery. Where others treat personal growth like a temporary phase, crammed into January resolutions or weekend seminars, the Sigma male approaches it as a lifelong rebellion against mediocrity. His commitment to mastery is not performative or motivated by external pressure. It is a quiet, daily ritual rooted in discipline, curiosity, and self-respect. His day might begin in solitude, studying philosophy at dawn to shape his mental models and improve his understanding of life's complexities. He may train in martial arts not just for physical prowess, but for the mental sharpness and emotional control it cultivates. When he fails, he doesn't wallow. He studies a failure like a forensic scientist, extracting lessons and converting them into fuel for growth. Every practice is intentional, and every setback becomes an opportunity to sharpen his edge. Unlike the culture of overnight success and quick fix hacks, the Sigma male embraces the slow, compounding power of incremental gains. He measures progress not by flashy milestones or social media validation, but by the subtle yet profound shifts he feels within: greater patience, deeper insight, stronger execution. His journey is private, methodical, and entirely his own. This pursuit of mastery isn't about being the best for recognition. It's about building unshakable autonomy. Every skill he acquires, whether it's coding, negotiating, or navigating the wild, makes him more self-reliant, more unpredictable, and more resilient. In crises, his competence makes him calm. In competition, his versatility makes him hard to categorize. And in a world obsessed with specialization, his ability to reinvent himself at what becomes a superpower. To the Sigma male, true wealth is a kind of self-sufficiency that no economic collapse or societal shift can ever take away. Principle number 8, the anti-definition of success. Society loves to sell a single version of success: the corner office, the massive house, the six-figure car lease, and the social media following to match. But the Sigma male isn't buying that script. He defines success on his own terms, and those terms often look nothing like the mainstream blueprint, where others chase corporate titles. He might quietly build digital income streams that allow him to live on his own schedule. Instead of broadcasting a long list of LinkedIn contacts, he treasures a few deep, loyal friendships. People who would answer call at 3 a.m. without question. Luxury cars and flashy watches don't move him. Geographic freedom, the ability to work from a beach in Portugal or a mountain cabin in Japan, does. His vision of success is as custom as his lifestyle. It might be an entrepreneur who only works 4 hours a week but lives fully, an artist who rejects galleries and fame to create street art anonymously, a scholar pursuing obscure research, driven by passion rather than publication. These lives may confuse those chasing traditional benchmarks, but to the Sigma male, they represent sovereignty, purpose, and peace. This rejection of mainstream metrics terrifies the system because he becomes immune to manipulation. Promotions, status symbols, peer pressure, they hold no sway over someone who doesn't need them. His freedom makes him powerful, and his refusal to compete in the standard race renders him incomparable. He avoids burnout by refusing to chase goalposts that constantly move. Instead, he builds a life measured in clarity, independence, and meaning. To him, success means waking up excited to create, not chasing applause. He may never trend, but he always thrives. Conclusion: the Sigma Code as modern philosophy. In a noisy, performative world, the Sigma male offers a quiet, defiant alternative. His principles are more than personality. They are a philosophy of sovereignty, a roadmap for anyone seeking freedom from external validation and rigid expectations. He values self-possession over popularity, depth over display, adaptability over stubbornness. While others drain their energy on optics, the Sigma male moves with strategic silence. When he fails, he studies, improves, and returns stronger. His relationship to power isn't about dominating. It's about operating in the background with untraceable influence. He doesn't ask, "How do I look winning?" He asks, "What's truly worth winning?" And ultimately, he poses a question to anyone brave enough to listen. If no one were watching, what would you build? How would you act? Who would you become? The Sigma male's life proves that the most meaningful answers are found not in applause, but in clarity, purpose, and quiet strength. Do you resonate with the ideas I shared in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more content about Sigma males, explore the other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.